What if I told you that one of the most iconic toys in history, a substance that has sold over 3 billion cans worldwide, was never actually meant to be a toy? In fact, it was a complete and utter commercial failure. In the 1930s, this goop wasn't in toy boxes. It was being rubbed onto the walls of dirty, soot-stained houses. It was a utilitarian cleaning product facing a slow death, until a simple observation by a nursery school teacher changed the world of play forever. This is the bizarre story of how a failed wallpaper cleaner became the legendary Play-Doh. To understand Play-Doh's birth, we have to look at how people heated their homes in the early 20th century. Before electricity and gas became the norm, almost everyone used coal. Coal was cheap, but it was incredibly messy. It produced a thick, oily black soot that coated everything, including the wallpaper. You couldn't wash this wallpaper with soap and water. The paper was too delicate and would tear or smear. Enter Cutil Products, a soap company based in Cincinnati. In 1933, they developed a non-toxic, pliable, dough-like cleanser. You would simply roll the ball of dough over your walls, and it would lift the soot right off without leaving a mark. For a decade, Cutil was king. They were the magic eraser of the Great Depression. But by the late 1940s, the company was in deep trouble. The major shifts in technology were killing their business. First, homes began switching from coal to natural gas, which was much cleaner. Second, the invention of vinyl-based wallpaper meant people could now just use a wet sponge to clean their walls. The wallpaper cleaner was becoming obsolete. Cutil was facing bankruptcy. The dough was destined for the landfill of history. The hero of our story isn't a scientist or a CEO, it's Kay Zufel, a nursery school teacher and the sister-in-law of Cutil's owner, Joe McVicker. Kay had read an article about using wallpaper cleaner for art projects. She brought a few cans into her classroom and realized the kids loved it. It was softer than traditional modeling clay, it didn't stain, and it was infinitely reusable. She called Joe with a radical idea: stop selling this to hardware stores. Start selling it to schools. Joe took the advice. He removed the detergent from the formula, added a distinct almond-like scent, and added a bit of color. But what should they call it? Joe wanted to call it Rainbow Modeling Compound. Kay, luckily, had a better idea. She suggested Play-Doh. In 1956, Play-Doh made its debut at an education convention. By 1957, it was being advertised on children's shows like Captain Kangaroo. The transition was instant. Within a few years, a company that was nearly bankrupt was generating millions in sales. What started as a desperate attempt to clean soot off walls became the ultimate tool for imagination. It's a reminder that sometimes your failure isn't actually a failure, it's just a product waiting for the right audience. So, the next time you smell that salty, sweet Play-Doh scent, remember that it was originally designed to scrub coal dust off a wall in Ohio. History is full of these accidental masterpieces, hidden stories of how the things we love today started as something completely different. If you enjoyed uncovering the secret history of this childhood staple, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications. We dive deep into the fascinating origins of the brands you use every day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.